Alright, so to find the surface area of a triangular prism, you have 5 faces, and of those 5 faces, 2 are triangles, and 3 of them are rectangles. So we'll start with the triangle, and I have this triangle in the front, and the base is 6, the base is 8, and the height is 6. So I'm going to say 8 times 6 divided by 2, and that would give us 24 for the area. Now the triangle in the back is going to be exactly the same. So your 2 triangles are both going to have a measurement of 24. Now we're going to find the area of the 3 rectangles. So I have this one that's kind of on the right side, and that would be 20. It would have a base of 20 and a height of 10. So I'm going to say 20 times 10 for that rectangle, and that's going to give us 200. Then I have the rectangle that's on the bottom, and that is 8 by 20. So 8 times 20 is going to give us 160. And then I have the rectangle that's on the left side, and that would have a height of 6 and a length of 20. So 6 times 20 which is equal to 120. When we add that up, we would get a total surface area of 528. Right, on this next one, we have another triangular prism. So again, we have 5 faces. 2 of them are triangles, and 3 of them are rectangles. So let's start with the triangle. And I have a base of 12 and a height of 8. So 12 times 8 divided by 2 is going to give us 48. And then the other triangle is exactly the same. Right, now we're going to look at the 3 rectangles. So this one on the right side has a base of 16 and a height of 14. So I'm going to say 16 times 14, which gives us 224. The bottom rectangle would be 12, and then the length is 16. So we have 12 by 16, and that would give us an area of 192. And then the rectangle that is on the left side has a height of 8 and then a length of 16. So we would say 8 times 16, and that would give us 128. I'm going to add up those 5 measurements, and that would give me a surface area of 640. Alright, for our next example, we have a square pyramid. And that means that the bottom is a square. And then we have 4 triangles because the bottom is a square. So if I start with the square, that would be 4 by 4 for the bottom. So 4 times 4 is going to give us 16. And then for the triangle, it has a base of 4, and then we have this red dotted line that's telling us that the height is 5. So I'm going to say 4 times 5 divided by 2, and that would give us 10. And because the bottom is a square, it means that all 4 of your triangles are going to be the same because a square has 4 congruent sides. So each of these triangles are 10. And then I add up these 5 measurements, and that's going to give me a total surface area of 56. For our next example, we have a rectangular pyramid. So that means that the bottom is a rectangle, and then because a rectangle has 4 sides, I still have 4 triangles. So I'm going to start with a rectangle on the bottom, and that is 5 by 8. So I'm going to say 5 times 8, which is 40. And then I'm going to start with the triangle. This was actually supposed to be 9 here, not 7. All right, so we have different triangles here. So I have this triangle that's kind of on the right side. And I'm highlighting that in green so you can see it. And it tells us that it has a base of 8, a height of 9. And 9 times 8 divided by 2 would give us 36. Now think about a rectangle. So if I have a rectangle and we have 5, 8, 5, 8, we know that the two sides are the same. So that means that if the right side of this rectangular pyramid is 36, then the left side is also going to be 36 because two of the sides are the same on a rectangle. And then the same goes for the other side. So I have a base of 5 and a height of 7. So I'm going to say 5 times 7 divided by 2. That's going to give us 17.5. So if the front is 17.5, then that triangle in the back is also 17.5. And I'm going to add up these 5 measurements. I'm going to get a total surface area of 147. All right, so for our next example, you have the net of the shape. So this is what the shape looks like if it's not folded into its 3D figure. So this would be a rectangular prism. And that means that I have 6 sides or 6 faces. And I'm going to find the area of each face and then I add them all together like previous. So I'm going to start with this bottom one. And this is 3 by 2. So 3 times 2 would give us an area of 6. Well, this one here looks similar to it. Should look the same. I just didn't draw it to scale. So this one is also going to have an area of 6. All right, now I'm going to look at this one. So this is 4 by 2, and 4 times 2 is going to give us 8. And then this one is also going to have a height of 4 and a length of 2. And 4 times 2 is also going to give us 8. Now this one would have a base of 3, because if this is 3 here, then this is also 3. And we would have a height of 4. So 3 times 4 is going to give us 12. And that one would also give us 12. And now I'm going to add all these measurements up. So 6 plus 6 plus 8 plus 8 plus 12 plus 12. And that would give us a total surface area of 52. All right, and for this last example, we have the net of a triangular prism. So I have 5 faces here. So I'm going to have 5 measurements. I'm going to add them all up to get my surface area. So let's start with the triangle. So the triangle would have a base and height of 3 and 4. So I'm going to say 3 times 4 divided by 2. That would give us 6. And remember, in a triangular prism, your two triangles are exactly the same. So if this one is 6, then this top one here is also 6. Now I'm going to find the area of the 3 rectangles. So this one is 3. And the height, so if this is 11 here, then this is 11 here, and this is 11 here. So 3 times 11 would give us 33. For the next one, we have a base of 4 and also a height of 11. So 4 times 11 would give us 44. And for this last one, we have a base of 5 and a height of 11. And 5 times 11 gives us 55. So now I'm going to add all this up. 6 plus 6 plus 33 plus 44 plus 55. And we get a surface area of 144 for our answer.